All right, Cedar Crest Chargers, as you can see from the title up top, it's using the distributive property to solve an equation. So this is a combination of what you've been practicing the last day or so of just using the distributive property and solving a two-step equation. So there's several steps here. I'd like to point out that, again, this is an equation, so we want to be really mindful of where the minus, or where the equal sign is. And there's a left half and a right half. So as you can see, we have several things going on here. And as the title denotes or indicates, distributive property, yes, the distributive property. We need to multiply this 2 times everything inside that parentheses. All right, and so we're going to go ahead and do that. And so if you just follow the arrow, remember before we would drop down the minus sign. That's still something we want to do. And remember, there's going to be a number that goes on either side of the minus sign. And so we're going to multiply the 2 times the 1 and multiply the 2 times the 5x. And so we should have 2 numbers. So 2 times 1 is 2. That goes right underneath there. And 2 times 5x is 10x. All right? All right. And then we're going to copy down, right, what's left or what's still in the problem, right, or what we didn't do. So we have simplified. We have used the distributive property to multiply 2 times 1 minus 5x, or the quantity of 1 minus 5x. And that's what we have now. We have 2 minus 10x, right, plus 4 equals negative 8. Now, the next steps are to simplify even further. If you look on the left-hand side, I'm glad Gronk is back. Can't talk today. But I want you to take a look at a couple things here. I think I'll highlight it in blue. There's some simplification that has to happen before we can solve this two-step equation. If you look, we have a 2 and a 4. We have to combine those. So 2 and 4 makes 6. And that's actually, we're going to combine the 2 and the 4, and that makes positive 6 or plus 6 right here. And then we just drop the negative 10x down, and then that equals negative 8. And now what we have in front of us is a simple two-step equation. If you look at your x, this is our goal. This is what we're trying to find. We're going to isolate the variable. It's called a two-step because we need to make 2 mathematical moves in order to get rid of the plus 6 and the times negative 10. And also understand that what we have currently is plus 6 and times negative 10, right? Those are the 2 things or 2 operations that are occurring. And so what are the inverses of that? Well, it's minus 6 and divided by negative 10, right? Those are the 2 things that we're going to do to this problem over here. And remember, we're going to do it both sides. So we're going to subtract 6 both sides. And we'll just draw a little line there. And negative 8 and negative 6 is negative 14. And 6 minus 6 is 0. That's actually why we did it. We subtracted 6 both sides to clear that out. And now what we have, we'll bring this down, is negative 10x. So we've gone from a two-step equation, and what's left, negative 10x equals negative 14. That is a one-step equation because we simplified it. We said before that we're dividing by negative 10. That is the inverse that we're going to do. I'm going to go ahead and go back to black. We're going to divide both sides by negative 10. We're going to divide by negative 10. And you should know by now that that cancels the 10s out and leaves you with x all by itself. And then lastly, we're going to divide negative 14 by negative 10. A negative divided by a negative is a positive quotient. And so 14 divided by 10 is a 1.4. Okay? All right, Chargers, good luck.